Hi kids, welcome back to the session with grade 6. Now we are going to deal with chapter number 14, right, talking about movement in animals. Yes, as you can see, even we are also a part of animal kingdom, avuna? So if to do any work, we use our body parts, right, we move them. So ee concept lo, ee topic lo manam, the muscles, bone, the whole skeleton system ఎలా ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతుంది ఒక వర్క్ చేయాలి అంటే ఒక యాక్టివిటీ చేయాలి అంటే దాని గురించి నేర్చుకుంటున్నాం. సో కమ్ ఆన్, లెట్స్ సీ ద ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్. ద ఫస్ట్ టాపిక్ we are going to start with. So what are the objectives, kids? Yes, the first one we have activity 1 about human body and its movements anta. Let's see that. Alage we are going to talk about muscles. Activity 2 talking about touch your shoulder. Yeah, then we have another activity where fold and unfold, right? Then we are going to see that how do muscles work, asal muscles ela work chestayi. Then we have the bone, and activity 4 about the jawbones, activity 5 about the clavicle, activity 6 the ribs anta, activity 7 we are going to see about the backbone, activity 8 pelvic girdle. So activities are all talking about different parts of our body. Alage ee chapter lo mana movements gurinchi telusukuntunnam, right, and what parts are involved here. Then we are going to see about our skull. Then the activity 9 the flexible bone and the cartilage, right. Then we are going to see activity 10 lo different types of joints anta. Yes, we have different joints where each and every joint has a specific function. Activity 11 talking about locomotion. Activity 12 lo manam making paper boat. Wow, we are going to do an interesting activity here. Alage activity 13 observing hen and sparrow movement. Yes, we are going to see the hen and sparrow movement. So locomotions gurinchi telusukuntam. Then we have last but not the least activity 14 lo locomotion in snail. Wow, so come on, let's start our class with our first objective. సో కిడ్స్, బేసికలీ మనం ఎప్పుడైనా ఫిజికల్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేసినప్పుడు కానీ మనం చాలా రకాల మూవ్మెంట్స్ అనేవి మన బాడీ పార్ట్స్తో ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం, అవునా? సో లైక్ బెండింగ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్స్, బెండింగ్ యువర్ లెగ్, బెండింగ్ యువర్ నెక్, వీ డూ నెక్ ఎక్సర్సైజెస్, వీ రొటేట్ అవర్ హ్యాండ్స్, షోల్డర్స్ ఇన్ circular way, we do different kinds of activities, avuna? So while doing this, have you ever observed that ivanni ela possible? Now mana body lo ee different types of movements raavadaniki oka karanam evaru, ఏ పార్ట్స్ ఇందులో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతున్నాయి? Okay, fine. If we are doing now, for example, manam nearby, if you want to visit any shop, what do? Shorter distance kabatti we basically go for walking, avuna? So while we walk or run, now which body parts are involved over there? Ante anni living organisms, ante snails, snake, take the monkey, birds, right, different animals, అన్ని యానిమల్స్ మనలాగే డిఫరెంట్ ఆర్గన్స్ని యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాయా టు మూవ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ ప్లేస్ టు అనదర్? లేకపోతే అన్ని యానిమల్స్ మనలాగే మూవ్ అవుతున్నాయా? ఎస్. So here, come on, let's learn about that with the first activity, activity 1, that is human body and its movements. Yes, as you can see a table. Now what you have to do, activity lo, you have to move your body parts in different directions but in a limited way. Okay, so like for example, now what you have to do, chew some food, okay, bend your hand, now rotate your shoulder, now and also you can lift your leg and in a circular way you can bend you can rotate your elbows, and likewise you can rotate your feet and doing some exercises like we do in yoga asanas, right? So different directions lo body parts ni bend cheyandi and then make your observations noted in a tabular form like this. Aithe em cheyali ikkada, as you can see here we have mentioned some serial numbers. Okay, so like ikkada manam body parts ni mention chestam. Okay, like here we are going to see the rotates partially or completely. Completely ante enti, complete ga rotate avutunnaya hands, alage partially ante only halfway. For example, this is my hand now and this is my elbow, right? Now when I am bending my hand, now bending, is it completely taking place or partially? Yes, partially. So ikkada rotation antunam. Now take my wrist. Now what happens to the wrist? We rotate it, right? Now is it taking rotation completely or partially? Likewise, this way you have to note down your observations. Aithe now parts, whether they are bending or not, so we have to write yes or no. Likewise, whether can you lift your body part, the particular body part which we are going to mention here. Aithe ee column lo వచ్చే body parts ఏవైతే మనం రాస్తామో అవన్నీ ఇలా లిఫ్ట్ అవుతుందా లేదా. అలాగే then moves, whether the body part is moving, yes or no, right? So likewise ilaga manam ee table ni fill cheyali. Aithe ఏ body parts తీసుకుంటాం? Yes, as you can see we take neck, knees, elbow, ankle, toes, back, you know, the hip, even the lower jaw, our head, our neck, everything. Okay, so we mention here as neck, lower jaw, right? Alage toes, ankles, okay, elbow, our hand, our, you know, the legs, we say all the limbs, forelimbs and hind limbs. Okay, so limbs, alage we say the knee, our head. Okay, likewise alaga different body parts ni తీసుకొని అవి రొటేట్ అవుతున్నాయా partially అంటే ఓన్లీ కొంతవరకే, completely అంటే whole 360 degrees అన్నమాట రౌండ్ గా. సో likewise bend, yes or no. If it is moving, yes or no. If it is, you know, can you lift that, yes or no. Likewise fill the table and have your observations. Well kids, it's now time to talk about muscles. దాన్ని మనం కండరాళ్ళు అంటాం, right? See, basically manam take cow, buffalo or horse, like, you know, these animals, right, when they are walking or running, now we find some, you know, heavy structures, bulges, swollen structures over their shoulders, alage hip digra manam chustu untam. Gamaninchara? Yes, this is nothing but the one we say it as muscles. Deenne mana muscles antunam, right? So these muscles, even they are present in our body, which along with the bones, they help in movement of an part of our body. So mana body parts ni move cheyadaniki ivi help chestayi. So they help in moving the body parts along with the bones. So here what we are saying is, let's do an activity, you know, some of experiments also can be done to understand how these bones are, you know, helpful to make the movement or to complete a movement. So అందుకనే మనం ఇక్కడ చూస్తే activity 2 గురించి చెప్తున్నాం, where they are saying you to touch your shoulder, as you can see a kid doing here. అవునా? So first we say this muscle helps in the movement, right? So now if we talk about this activity 2, they are saying now stretch your arm, make a fist, right, and bend your arm at your elbow and try to touch this fist over your shoulder. Now try to touch with the fist your shoulder such that with the other hand try to touch your bulged part of your arm. Yes, this is nothing but, this bulged area is nothing but the muscle. Ante is bulge enduku ayindi? Because here the muscle has undergone contraction, right? So muscle, when it is like this, in this state, when the arms are open, now they are relaxed. So when you have folded, man eppudaithe fold chesnamo em avutundi ikkada muscle avi contract ayyayi, right? So we say, so muscle has undergone contraction. Ante enti muscle anedi contract ayindi, dani valla em avutundi, you will find some bulge structure over area, right? Danni manam second hand tho touch chesi feel avvantunam, right? That is the muscle. Now whenever the muscle undergoes contraction, it becomes shorter, stiffer and thicker, right? So these are some of the qualities when the muscle undergoes contraction. So we say when they are contracted, like they become shorter, thicker and stiffer. Understand? So this is how we can feel how the muscles are present in our body and what happens to them. Eppudaithe avi contraction anedaniki, you know, it leads to the contraction, they become in this manner. So they become shorter, they become thicker and also they become stiffer in its position, right? So this is about the muscle. This is activity 3 where we are going to learn about fold and unfold. Yes, see the picture here. Don't you feel something is being shown along with the picture of our fingers? Yes, this is what you can see the structures, especially manaki kallak kanipistunaya ivi bayatiki. Can you just feel them in our hand now? No. So these are the internal structures, manam muscles and annam, right? So now here we are talking about, as you can see, some other structures kuda label chesaru, tendon sheath ani, tendon ani, nodule ani. Well, these terms we'll learn in the higher session, but focus on the fingers which were bent. Now how many fingers are bent over here? Yes, only one finger nikada bend chesaru avuna. Now just see, now here to understand, we need to do this activity where, just as in the picture given in the content book. Now just hold your hand normally and close your fingers in this manner, right? Now observe the position of the fingers and next to the palm, this is palm kada, ee palm ki back side ni observe cheyandi. Now while I am opening and closing the fingers, is something moving between the area, between the wrist and the fingers? Yes, something is moving over here. If I am folding this finger, something is moving ikkada. When I am folding this finger, yes, something got moved over here. Alage then the next finger, something got moved. So likewise, just try to observe. Now, did you find any difference that something is moving? Yes, this is called the muscles are moving in each and every movement of every finger. Ante enti okokka finger ki okokka muscle attach ayyunda? Yes, exactly dear, because this is what we say the muscle movement. So when you just do this activity, try to note down that the movement of the muscles, how they are moving, right? Avuna? Now the second one, just have the same gesture. The second one that is shown in our content book. Now just take your palm and keep your hand straight. So when I am folding my finger, can you feel something is moving in this area next to the wrist? Yes, this is what we say the muscle. Alage each and every finger ki try cheyandi, you will find different places where the muscles are moving. So the index finger, I found the muscle somewhere here, and the next, the big finger, the muscle is moving over here. Then my ring finger, I found my muscle is moving somewhere at the center. Alage little finger, I find the muscle is moving somewhere else, right? So this is how we can say different muscles అనేవి every finger ki attach అయ్యి ఉంటున్నాయి అవునా. సో muscles అర్థమైందా? Likewise, now you have to note down now the observations what you find in this activity also. ఇప్పుడు just try to move your finger without moving the muscle. Can this happen? అంటే మజిల్ మూవ్ అవ్వకుండా మనం ఫింగర్ని మూవ్ చేయగలుగుతున్నామా? No, this cannot, because the muscles are attached and hence we say they help in moving the body part, right? So this is how we say. Even try to observe the movement of the muscles of your toes also, right? So just observe cheyandi and note down your observations.